Hi, Noah Weissman here from Suka Yoga School. Going to start this series of beginner yoga classes. No script or anything like that. Something nice that I would suggest that you grab if you don't have is just a block. You can run up to Marshall's, TJ Maxx, any of those kind of stores. Get one that's a little bit firm. You'll find that some of them are like a low density. They're kind of koofy, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but I like it more dense. That way, when you sit on it, you don't sink into it. So we'll just start in a nice, comfortable seated position. Now, if you don't have a block, obviously, you'll be sitting on the ground. I like to use a block to elevate the hips just a little bit and to get the knees further towards the ground. Posture is key in yoga, as it is in life. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is just to keep a nice tall posture. So we start right here, sitting, just noticing where the sitting bones are touching the block or the ground, noticing the breath. It's okay to close your eyes, especially if the sun is blaring into them as it is right now. Maybe the next video I'll do when the sun is over me. But like I said, I just want to get this started. I know there's a few of you out there that really want some beginner style first steps to yoga classes, and I wanted to be able to provide that. So just noticing where your body touches the ground, the top of the feet, maybe your shins, maybe your knees. Maybe it's just the sitting bones. That's okay. We just settle into the breath. A lot of people get yoga confused, but there's really no right or wrong way to do this stuff. And we all evolve in our own ways at different times. So, whatever brought you here right now is perfect, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, doesn't matter. Just starting to really focus on the breath right now. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose as well. And as you focus on the breath, bring your awareness back to the posture. You might have started slunching over, leaning to a side. So we use the breath with every inhale. We grow taller through the spine. The crown of the head is reaching high. With the exhale, we hold that height and we let the breath move right back down through the body. Shoulders are relaxed. Our jaw is relaxed. Our eyes are relaxed. Just focusing on the inhale and the exhale. So as you notice your breath, start to notice where you're breathing. Is your belly moving in and out? Is your chest expanding? Are the side bodies expanding? And once you notice what your own breath is doing, start to direct it to those areas. So your inhale moves up expanding through the chest, expanding through the side bodies, expanding through the back like a balloon. You're just inflating with the inhale. The crown of the head is reaching high. And with the exhale, all of that breath moves back down. You keep the height. Full exhale. Inhale, arms wide and high over the head. And we're going to stop right here. We're holding our hands over the head. Our fingers are actively reaching up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Every digit is active. Noticing your pinky, your ring fingers, your middle fingers, your pointer fingers, the thumbs. And while they're pointing up, there's also a slight hugging inward, as if you were holding a beach ball or something of the likes in your hands. Full exhale. Inhale, reaching just a little bit higher. And exhale, we're twisting towards our right. The left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. The right hand places behind you. With your inhale, we're going to pull the chest forward a little bit. The crown of the head starts to reach high. And exhale, we start looking over towards the right-hand side of the room. It's nice to use the left hand to get a little bit of leverage here on the back of the thigh. It's okay to use the back of the hand, or if you don't have that mobility, then we just use the palm of the hand. But what we're doing is we're aiming to keep our shoulders level. We're aiming to keep the crown of the head reaching high, so we're not looking down, we're not looking up, we're level with the shoulders. And every exhale, maybe we're twisting a little bit deeper, eventually looking behind us. Our inhales, the crown of the head is still reaching high. We're expanding through the chest, through the back, through the side bodies. And our exhale, the breath moves right back down as we twist a little bit deeper. Full exhale. Inhale, facing forward. Both hands come high over the head. Exhale, we're twisting towards our left this time. Our right hand comes to the back of the thigh. The left hand places behind you. Inhale, the chest pulls forward. The crown of the head is reaching high. And exhale, we're twisting. So again, maybe we're looking right towards the side. Maybe we start to bring it right through the neck as well, and we start looking behind us. Our weight is even through the sitting bone still. And every inhale, we're gaining length through the spine. Every exhale, we're twisting. Maybe our belly even hugs in towards the spine, engaging through the core on the twist. Every exhale, just hugging the belly back. Staying with the breath, following every inhale up the spine, every exhale back down through the spine, into the sitting bones, and into the twist. Full exhale. Inhale, facing forward, both hands come high over the head. Exhale, hands come heart center. Smudra, Anjali Mudra. The hands are firmly pressing together. The thumbs might even come back into the sternum. This mudra sets the tone of service. And service can be just how you come into any situation. You go into a situation thinking what you can get out of it or how you can contribute. Easy as that. It's nice to be able to contribute. Full exhale. Inhale, arms wide and high over the head. Remember, we're active through the fingertips. Exhale, right hand comes down towards the ground. Inhale, reaching real high through the left fingertips. And with our exhale, we're side bending over towards our right. So now our left sitting bone is pressing downward into the ground. And we're actively reaching out through the left fingertips here. Again, we're trying to stay in one plane. So we're not leaning forward. We're not twisting right now. We're just leaning over. So maybe we're here. As we practice, our fingers can start to walk out more. And sometimes people are just naturally flexible and they can just come all the way out. But the goal here, I say goal, it can be a goal. My goal here is I'm pressing my sitting bone downward into the ground, left sitting bone, and I'm reaching out through the fingertips. So with the exhale, I'm grounding. And with the inhale, I'm feeling that contact through the left sitting bone as I reach out through the left fingertips, opening through the whole left side body. Full exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Both arms are high over the head. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, lengthening through the right side of the body, reaching up high. And with our exhale, the right sitting bone presses down as we start to lean. The right fingertips are reaching away. Inhale, pressing down through the sitting bones. The right fingers are reaching away. And exhale. Staying active through the fingertips. Every breath, just feel the space being created between the right sitting bone and the right fingertips. Full exhale. Inhale. Both arms come high over the head. And exhale. Folding forward, coming to Balasana, child's pose. So we reach our hands out in front of us, moving the block. Sitting the hips back. Big toes together. Knees as wide or as close as they need to be. So sometimes we bring them wide. If they need to be close, that's perfectly okay too. Yoga is about connecting the breath to the body. That's one of the first things that we're doing here. The head eventually comes down to the ground, and we just relax here. So typically in any yoga class, at any point, if you're feeling tired, if you're just feeling like maybe you need to ground for a moment, you can come right to child's pose. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing in the room or what the teacher is saying. You can come to child's pose and just come back to the breath. Full exhale. Inhale, shifting up, come into tabletop position here. The knees are underneath the hips. The hands are under the shoulders. Full exhale. With your inhale, we're going to drop the belly down. The chest is pulling forward. We start to rotate through the arms and through the shoulders, and the gaze makes its way up. With our exhale, we bring the chin down to the chest. We start to rotate the other direction, this time through the shoulders. The chest moves up. The belly hugs in. The tailbone tucks. Inhale, dropping the belly. The chest pulls forward. We start to rotate through the shoulders, which makes your eyes of the elbows spin inward and forward. The gaze comes up. Exhale, chin to chest first, rolling the shoulders back in. Chest moves up. The shoulders start to protract here. The belly hugs in, the tailbone tucks. Inhale, dropping the belly, pulling the chest forward, shoulders are rolling. And the head moves forward, gaze is up. Exhale. Chin comes to the chest first, rolling through the back, tucking the tailbone last. Again, inhale. One last time, belly drops, chest comes forward, shoulders roll out, gazes up. And exhale, just coming to a neutral spine. From here, it's nice to just start to rotate the shoulders over the hands. A lot of the time nowadays, we're on computers, we're holding phones. So we don't really stretch our hands out much, a lot of carpal tunnel around. So we just take some proactive measures, and it's nice to work through the wrists. Turning the hands back towards the knees. The palms are ideally going to come flat to the ground. Sometimes you might need to be up here to do that. As you start to sit the hips back, you'll feel the stretching happening in the forearms. Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sitting the hips back just a little bit. Just noticing the stretch as it is. Full exhale. Inhale, shifting back forward over the hands. Turning the hands upside down this time, so the backs of the hands are coming to the ground. Again, we work to straighten through the arms. And if you need to, we do one at a time. See where you're at right now. It's all right to come right here, do one at a time. If you can do both, go ahead and do both. You'll feel a little bit here. Maybe rocking side to side. Tucking the toes under. Sitting back on the heels with an exhale. Interlacing the fingers right in front of the chest here. Bringing the forearms together and just rolling out the wrists. Muay Thai fighters do this before competitions, before practice. You gotta have wrist strength. Shaking them out. Coming back to tabletop here. Full exhale. With your inhale, just lifting your left leg and extending backwards. The heel is reaching back, the toes are pointed down. Just breathing and holding here for a moment. Active through the glutes. We're aiming to keep our weight even through the 3 points that are contacted to the ground here. Inhale. Exhale, bending through the leg, placing the left knee down on the ground. With your next inhale, the right leg is lifting up, reaching back through the heel. The toes are pointing down towards the ground. Just holding here. Engaging through the quad. And again, noticing the weight distribution here. Did we start to lean to one side, or are we keeping the weight even before between the 3 points of contact? Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the knee down to the ground. Inhale, right hand comes forward, just reaching forward. Holding here for a moment. Full exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the right hand down to the ground. With your inhale, left hand reaches forward. Holding here. Reaching out through the fingertips. We're not loose hand, loose fingers reaching forward. We're reaching, we're engaging. The right hand is pressing into the ground. With our next exhale, our hand comes down to the ground. Inhale, right hand comes forward, left leg reaches back. Again, the heel is reaching back, the toes are reaching down, the right fingertips are actively reaching forward. We're holding. And we're trying to keep our body in a level plane. Full exhale. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, hand and foot come down to the ground. Inhale, left hand reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Again, the heel is reaching back, the toes reach down, the quad is engaged, left fingertips are reaching forward. We're as active as can be here. Every exhale, the belly is hugging into the spine. We're engaged through the core. Full exhale. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, hands, knees, and foot come to the ground. I'm just taking a break here, noticing that. So we're going to add one extra little thing to that. Full exhale. Inhale, reaching the left leg back, the right hand comes forward. With your exhale, bringing the knee and the elbow together. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bringing them together again. Inhale, reaching out. And exhale, one last time. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, hand, knee, foot, come down. Breathing here for a moment. Full exhale. Inhale, left arm comes up, right leg shoots back. Exhale, hugging the knee and the elbow together. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, right back together. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, together. Inhale, reaching out. And exhale, hand, knee, foot, come down. Just breathing here for a moment. With your next exhale, pressing the hips back towards the heels. Just pressing here, opening through the soles of the feet. The toes are tucked. Actively pressing into the ground through the hands. Full exhale. One more inhale. And with your exhale, just pressing the hips up, straightening through the legs and coming to downward dog. Maybe you have to step the feet back a little. So here we are in downward dog. Just for a moment. Our hands are pressing into the ground. Noticing where the weight is in your hands. And really trying not to sink into the heels of the hands. So the way we do that is by pressing our fingertips into the ground and really noticing that spot in between your pointer finger and your thumb. Just pressing that downward. Your forearms are hugging inward. Your shoulders are rolling out. Your hips are reaching high. Your quads are engaged and your heels start to press downward towards the ground. Sometimes it's nice to take a little bend in the knees and then you can get a little bit more through the lower back, the stretch here. Or you keep them straight and you work it like this. Everybody has their own mobility here. So you can probably notice that my lower back is not the most flexible. So I do yoga. Full exhale.
Inhale, just stepping your feet forward. We're coming to the front of the mat into our squat position. So squat is a tough one for a lot of people, and we're all going to have a different range here. So we can sink our hips as low as we can. Our feet are going to be facing outward, kind of a 45-degree angle. If we need to, here we are. This is okay too. Or we sink as low as we can. The hands come together. And we breathe here. Every exhale, feel the breath moving down. With the inhale, the crown of the head is reaching high. The chest is pulling forward. With your exhale, the knees are hugging into the outside of the triceps / elbows here. Belly hugs back. Inhale. Exhale. Just feeling that pulse of the breath, the engagement through the body with the exhale, hugging the knees into the elbows. And with the inhale, just growing a little bit taller, creating a little bit more space. Full exhale. Inhale, straightening through the legs, the arms swing wide and high, the feet come parallel. Exhale, hands come heart center. Inhale, arms wide and high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Just bending through the legs and just sinking right into your squat. With your next inhale, the hands come down to the mat. Exhale, stepping back one leg at a time right into your plank. If plank isn't happening, then the knees come down. This is plank too. I've even got a modified plank in a chair. So don't let plank scare you. It's accessible for everybody. You can even mentally do plank. Full exhale. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down to the ground. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, pulling the chest forward. The tops of the feet are pressing down. Crown of the head is reaching high. Upward dog. And exhale, rolling over the toes, coming back to your downward dog. We'll do one more and wrap it up. Full exhale. Inhale, stepping forward right into your squat pose. Exhale while you're here. Inhale, straightening through the legs, feet come parallel, arms swing wide and high. Exhale, hands come heart center. Inhale, arms wide and high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, squatting low. Inhale, hands come down to the mat. With your exhale, stepping back into plank. One full inhale here. Exhale, lowering down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, coming upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Holding downward dog, noticing the hands pressing into the ground. Again, no weight in the heels of the hand here. Protecting our wrists, engaging from the fingertips all the way through the arms, reaching out through the sitting bones. Heels are reaching down. Full exhale. Inhale, gliding forward into your plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the ground, nice and slow. Inhale, rolling over onto your back.
We'll start with our knees up here. Hands come to the ground, palms facing down. Full exhale. Inhale, lifting your hips up off of the ground. So as we do this, the hips lift high, the feet are pressing downward. We're breathing. Full exhale. Inhale, reaching just a little higher. Exhale, lowering the hips back down one vertebra at a time. So it's like you're tractioning from the top of the spine all the way down to the hips, just lengthening through that exhale nice and long as you bring the hips down. Inhale, coming up the same way that you went down, one vertebra at a time, just lifting up through the hips. And with your exhale, just lowering back down, one vertebra at a time. Really thoughtful here, thinking about what you're doing. Last one, inhale all the way up, lifting up, feeling every vertebra come off of the ground. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale, extending through the left leg. Exhale, hugging the right knee into the chest. Inhale here, engaging through both feet. Toes are pulling back towards the body. With your exhale, crossing it over the body, coming into your twist. So it's nice to bring that block that we had. You can put it under your knee if your knee doesn't come all the way to the ground. Some people have different flexibility here. We're aiming to keep both of our shoulders flat to the ground. We can open our hands. Maybe the left hand comes on top of the right knee to add a little bit. We can either be looking up. We could be looking out over the right fingertips. And just feeling the twist. Full exhale. Inhale, coming back onto your back, extending through the right leg. With your next exhale, the left leg hugs into the chest, active through both feet. Inhale here. Exhale, crossing it over the body and coming to your twist on the other side. So again, we're aiming to keep both shoulders to the ground. You'll see that my left shoulder is quite high. So maybe what I'll do is I'll take the block. I'll bring it up here. I'll be a little bit taller. And that gives me the room to bring the shoulder back down. Let's start to work the gaze over the left shoulder out towards the left fingertips. And feeling the twist. Full exhale. Inhale, rolling back onto the back. Hands come parallel to the body, pressing the palms down into the ground. Full exhale. Inhale, lifting the feet up off of the ground just so they're hovering, pointing through the toes. And we're just going to swim in place here for a moment. Now we're going to crisscross our legs. Swim one more time. And with your next exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, feet come high. Exhale, the hands come back down to the ground, pressing down into the ground. And just lower the legs as slowly as you can. The feet are active, the toes are pointed up, the heels are reaching away. And coming to final pose, Shavasana. Flipping the hands over, the backs of the hands are resting on the ground. Maybe you walk the feet away from your body a little bit, just engaging, pulling the toes back, walking them, and then you let them relax. That gives you a nice little space in the lower back here. Pressing into the ground with the head. Lift your shoulders up One at a time, just roll the shoulder blades so they're nice and flat to the ground. And relaxing here. Noticing your own heart rate, noticing your own breath, and just noticing your body start to relax. Bring awareness to your toes, to the soles of the feet, to the tops of the feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves where they touch the ground, knees, your upper legs, noticing your fingers, palms of the hands, backs of the hands where they touch the ground, forearms, elbows, biceps and triceps. Noticing your belly move up and down with every breath, chest expanding, side bodies expanding. Your back is heavy to the ground. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your throat is relaxed. Mouth, jaw, lips, eyes, cheeks, forehead. Your whole body is relaxed. Starting to bring awareness back to the breath. Wiggling your toes, fingers, hands, feet. Maybe rocking the head side to side. And eventually just hugging the knees into the chest and rocking side to side. Just massaging the lower back here. And either coming to one side fetal position or just coming straight up to a comfortable seated posture. Just like we started with our feet crossed. Bring our hands in front of the chest. Anjali Mudra, service mentality. How can we help? Close the practice with a clearing breath, full exhale. Inhaling through the nose, nice and tall posture. And a wide mouth exhale. Thank you all for being here. When I say thank you all for being here, I mean thanks to everybody that's watching the video here.